Hey everyone, William Stewart here with A-ZDARTS.com as well as USA Darts, coming at you with a brand new product from Colonial, and that's going to be my signature barrel, the Colonial Alpha brand. We've got two different models available for you folks. It's going to be an 18 gram soft as well as a 22 gram steel tip model. So let's get right into it. How about a close-up view, and then we'll get into some throwing action for you as well. All right, taking a close-up look at these steel tip 22 gram versions of the Colonial Alphas. Of course, you've got the black and powder blue paint there in the middle. The reason why I've done that is for my Kansas City Royals. I'm a big baseball fan, so if you just look at the overall look of this one, it's a fairly lengthy barrel. We got 51 millimeters almost. I think it's going to be coming up to about 50.83 on the overall length. For width, we're going to go right in the center for our biggest point. That's going to be 6.12. So overall, fairly skinny barrel. As you can see, a nice little taper there down to the front. I like a taper rather than a blunt end to my barrel. Just to take a closer look here, 22 grams overall. The reason why we've done the grip the way we have is this is based off a Monster Peacemaker from back in the day. So a significant little step up here at this point, and the reason for that is I use my thumb and my forefinger. The thumb kind of pushes off of that point to get it to the board. People say it's fairly grippy. I hold the dart fairly loose in my hand, so I consider this a 3 out of 5 grip, but you're going to probably consider it 4 out of 5 right from the start. So a micro ring grip here, and then these nice different cuts, and I'll explain why I have those in there a little bit later in the throwing session of this barrel. Now working into the soft tip side, 18 grams overall here for the soft tip version, and as you can see, just a little bit more blunt to add the 2BA version. But yeah, pretty much the same barrel overall. For length on this one, we'll go ahead and just figure that out. Of course, it's going to be just a little bit less lengthy, and that's going to be 47.84 there for the overall length. Start off with a 125. Alrighty. It's nice to finally have something that's catered to your own grip, I should say. Especially on that back end, because I really grip with my forefinger and my thumb, mainly on the barrel. That's usually how you follow 125. Now I will say I am a 4-finger gripper, so I do put one on the point, my middle finger at the front of the barrel, and then of course the forefinger and thumb like I mentioned. So a fairly spread out grip. There we go, save it with the last. Yeah, go down to the 19s there. Now, as you can tell a little bit with my angle, I do have that kind of flight more prominent up in the air, that kind of angled approach. I like that flight path. It actually used to be a little bit more prominent for me, but since I don't play much anymore, it looks like it's kind of dulled out. But that's the kind of the reason I've created this center section here, this powder blue section. And it just gives a little bit of a different grip for the middle gripper, but it also helps me Let's say if I'm stuck in a tight spot where maybe I have to go for a certain number, like you need a ton, 97 doesn't work, but you can only grab a ton to leave a checkout. Maybe I need to have a more flatter approach. So I do that by switching to the middle section, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's just be honest, but we'll see how we can give it a go here. There you go. You see, just a little bit flatter and a little bit spread out, a little bit sporadic there, I'm not gonna lie to you. But just a little bit flatter in case you need that. So some people don't know about that, but it's kind of a unique approach that you could do. So yeah, just kind of move your grip up forwards. So normally I am in the back, like we mentioned earlier. Now I'm more at the middle part, utilizing that powder blue section. We'll go back to the standard grip. Go with the bull here. Try to give it a go. Off, as you can tell. Bulls to try to round us off here. Come on! What do you say? A dead eye. All right, that was crappy dance skills, but it still works. We'll end on that note. All right, here we go. 501 split bowl double out on the gram board. That's a good way to start. Big 180. As you can see, I've changed my setup a little bit. I'm using kite flights now instead of those shapes. Reason for that is they give me a little bit flatter entry, speed up the momentum to get to the board a little bit, just make it a little bit easier on myself. I don't want to be picking up darts the whole time, so especially with my steel tip entry. I knew it was too good to be true. We weren't hitting a 9, there's no way. 236 left. I can't start like that, Will. Well, breakfast on a soft tip board isn't really great. 26. $135. Let's see if we can take this out traditional way. Bull first. That one makes it a little bit tough, don't it? Really got to step on over here and see if we can finagle it in. Oh! Oh, I thought that was in. One hole out. All right, it's telling me 17-4. I like 9 here, 9-8. The cleanup job will do. Not the best of rounds, but it'll work. It'll work. 95.20, 27.83 overall. Well, there you go. Want to look at the soft tip, 18 grammers on the gram board. Well, there you go. There's our review of the new Colonial Alpha Signature line. Now, Jen and I will be having a little competition based on our signature barrels here. So just a reminder, definitely purchase my barrels. Just leave hers alone for a little bit so I can get up on the ante, and then we'll call it good. But in the end, she supports me as well. I know she agrees I do have the better barrel. Right, Jen? That's right, Will. Thanks, Jen. Now, go purchase your barrels today, folks.